India's covert intelligence agency, Raw, has turned into one of the finest arms of projecting and protecting India's interests abroad. Research and Analysis Wing is so covert that nobody knows if its operations, whether they were successes or even failures. When India's debacle with China in 1962 exposed its underbelly, especially the lack of coordinated intelligence effort to recognize China's intent on Tibet and its designs on India's Seven Sisters, the 1965 conflict with Pakistan was again a failure that only added to the urgency of the hour. The establishment mooted for a covert organization that would specifically work for India's interests abroad in secret. Thus was born Raw, or the Research and Analysis Wing, on September 21, 1968. With the motto of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshata, India's Iron Lady, former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, took the decision of increasing foreign intelligence gathering that would create alarm, tackle and protect the country from external threats. With a mandate set for its role, the agency required a hawk good enough to mentor and build it. The responsibility fell on the shoulders of Rameshwar Nath Kao. Kao was one of India's foremost intelligence officers. He was the perfect pick to train the recruits who would be part of what would be India's premier intelligence agency. The government wanted Raw to be insulated from India's political upheaval. They ensured that Raw is not answerable to any ministry and has direct access to Prime Minister for all its operational matters. The Raw has no parliamentary legislation governing its function and is also exempted from the Right to Information Act. The agency got to work immediately after getting its mandate. Soon, it tasted success on the Bangladesh front. 1971 Indo-Pak War. Under Rameshwar Nath Kao's leadership, Raw played a significant role during the Bangladesh crisis in 1971. It trained and provided arms to the Mukti Bahinis, who were then fighting against Pakistani forces for a separate state of Bangladesh. India intervened in the civil war and Bangladesh was born. Sikkim's accession to India. After India got its independence in 1947, Sikkim found itself in an inescapable situation. The Sikkim State Congress had launched the anti-king movement that eventually disintegrated the sovereign state. It is said that the movement lasted due to the Indian support. 1974 Operation Smiling Buddha. Smiling Buddha was the name assigned to India's first successful nuclear program. Raw's major job here was to keep the entire program under tight security. This was also one of Raw's first major projects inside India. It was on May 18, 1974 that India detonated its first nuclear device at Pokhran. It was only then that India's tryst with nuclear weapon program was revealed to the world. Operation Kahota, 1977. Considered as one of the most daring secret operations, Raw, by availing the sources of the Khan Research Laboratory in Kahota, were able to access information on Pakistan's nuclear weapon program. Later, the move is said to have backfired when Raw's sources working in the program were ultimately identified and expelled. Anti-apartheid movement. The intelligence agency actively supported Indian movements abroad. In Africa's anti-apartheid movement, Prime Minister deployed Raw agents in South Africa and Namibia to support the liberation movements there. Operation Chanakya. Raw officers infiltrated the valley and found links between ISI groups and Kashmiri separatist groups. The Raw officials not only revealed those links but also neutralized militancy in the valley through them. one of the youngest intelligence agencies in the world, Raw has time and again proved its efficiency in operations. The Raw and IB together have nabbed a number of terrorists from various countries. Raw is feared and respected in intelligence circles and has become a formidable arm of India's power projection abroad. An ETV Bharat report.